Hello YouTube, my name's Andrew, this is Stories from Andrew, and today I'm going to tell you about the piss-poor hiring staff at the Canadian chain restaurant, which we will henceforth call Pies of Massachusetts. Pies of Massachusetts was opening up a new restaurant in the new shopping district in town, and as such they were holding a career fair. At the time I was working at a fast food joint, and I had developed a certain, let's say, ennui with burning myself on reconstituted freeze-dried chili and powdered gravy. And I figured it was high time for a minor bump up in my position in the food services industry to a place where I could make tips or even work my way up to the elusive position of waiter. In short, I had my hopes up, and because this was a career fair and I'd already had some experience in the food service industry, I thought that I was a shoo-in. I went to the career fair with my friend and we both applied. I ended up getting a second interview and I hadn't heard anything from Pies of Massachusetts for about 4 weeks, but I had heard that 2 guys from my school had gotten jobs with them, so I'd given up hope. Until one day when I was on my way to see a movie with some friends. My mom had given me a call to let me know that she'd received a call from Pies of Massachusetts and that I should try and give them a call back. I tried again and again before the movie, but there was no answer, and by the time the movie was over it was too late, so I tried again the next day when I was on my break, and I did get a hold of him. The conversation went something like this. Hello, Tom? Oh, hi, Andrew. Hey, did you call me last night? Yeah, I was wondering why you didn't come to the general staff meeting last night. Oh, I didn't even know I was hired. So he tells me to come in at 9 the next morning, which was great because I needed the money and I was off that day anyway. I needed to get up at 7 though to catch the bus over because Halifax Metro Transit is the dirtiest because Halifax Metro Transit is clean and efficient and doesn't have any crazy people riding on it at all. I go in and the girl who's hosting says, "Oh, we're not open for another 3 hours." Then I say, "Actually, I'm looking for Tom." Then she says, "Oh, I'll go get him." So I'm waiting at the door for like 10 minutes, and when he comes out he says something to the tune of, "Sorry, everyone's already halfway through training and there's no way that you'd be able to get caught up, so I'll give you a call in a month when we do our next training session." Which was perfectly reasonable because there's absolutely no way that he would have known this 20 hours ago. No, there was no way that he could have known that I couldn't come in 20 hours before that I got there. There's just no way. It just doesn't make sense. There's no way that he would have known that. So why... Yeah, no, that's perfectly reasonable. Yes, absolutely. Yes. So I called my brother to come pick me up, because if I had taken the bus, it would have taken like 10 minutes, because the system's really efficient. I needed to talk to my brother about something else. Anyway, I go back to Pies of Massachusetts, and a month later, and he tells me that he's hired too many high school students and they actually need to lay some of them off. And just a side note, I would like to say that I've never been to Pies of Massachusetts and not gotten food poisoning. And by Pies of Massachusetts I mean Boston Pizza, just in case you were wondering. So that concludes my story. If you want to check out my first story, which is about the time that I went to a Pentecostal youth group, you can click right here. If you want to check out my second video, where I made up a book to do a book report on, you can click right here. Or, if you want to check out the video where I'm shooting fire in my face, you can click the link that's in my mouth.